All pretense is gone. Harry and Meghan have no royal feature, and the couple's $3 million check for Frogmore Cottage means a divorce from Britain is final. For more than a year, it has been milestone around Prince Harry's neck, a gold-plated slice of taxpayers' largesse that reeked of privilege and entitlement. But to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the $2.4 million of public money, our money that was lavished on renovating Frogmore Cottage, only for it to be shattered and abandoned along with the rest of their royal lives, represented something far more intrinsic. He saw it as a chain that shackled them to the land of his birth, inhibiting their efforts to be truly free of the royal family and crucially of their media critics. In his eyes, the money was not a loan from a generous generation pleased to be helping this young royal couple to find its feet after their joyful wedding, but rather a stick with which to beat them. So paying back every penny to the public purse, having previously offered to do so at the rate of £18,000 a month, a deal of such indulgence would have taken them 11 years to repay the debt, is highly significant. In the short term, it is designed to silence the drumbeat of criticisms to which they perceive they are the subject. But will it really end what they complain of, an unjustified public interest in their new lives? Surely, by embarking on such high-profile life in the entertainment capital of the world, where every source is choreographed for maximum publicity, such a move raises more questions than it answers. It can be no coincidence that this remarkable gesture comes just days after it was revealed the couple has signed a production deal with Netflix, estimated to be worth about £75 million. Many will wonder if this payment to the sovereign grand was part of the first installment of the extraordinary deal. But while royal officials were digesting the implications, another equally bold announcement was being released by the Duke and Duchess. A source close to the couple confirmed they were no longer receiving financial support from Harry's father, Prince of Wales, either from the Duchy of Cornwall or his private income. This too marks a fork in the road for Harry and Meghan, although insiders suggest they may have already received the full amount of stipend they expected from Charles for this year anyway. What it does do, however, is the signal that their divorce from Britain is permanent. While removing any pretense they might still have a future role in the royal family, Harry could of course have avoided this whole sorry saga before it even became an issue. With an estimated fortune of £20 million inherited from his mom's estate and trust funds from the Queen Mother, he could have afforded to pay for the renovation himself. What he failed to understand then, and probably still doesn't know, is not that there was a public resentment at the cost of refurbishing Frogmore, but the public felt cheated when Harry chose to keep secret details about Archie's birth and christening. It sent the message they were happy to take the public money for granted, but not if it meant to having shared things with the public they didn't want to set a courtier. Ever since, it has become more and more toxic, for no questions remain about how the money has been repaid and who knew it. Royal aid suggested that although the timing had come as a surprise, it was not entirely unexpected. Queen Elizabeth's heartbreak, sovereign wishes for Harry and Meghan's return keep the door open for them at all times. The decision of the Sussexes to leave the royal family and to pursue a more commercial way of living has been heartbreaking for the royal institution, especially that of Queen Elizabeth II. The Queen has also witnessed the abdication of his uncle, King Edward VI, as King made the Queen extremely cautious about handling royal affairs within the family. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex was solid about their plans of leaving the royal firm, and with the pressure from society, it made it impossible for the Queen to change their mind. According to royal experts, the Queen has been heartbroken by the fact of the exit of his grandchild, Prince Harry, and daughter-in-law, but despite this, she's still quite willing to welcome them back with open arms if ever they decide to return to their royal posts. Harry and Meghan have been based in the United States for over 6 months now and have been making a living from contracts and deals with production companies. The news of them paying their debt for Frogmore Cottage refurbishments is believed to have signaled their total separation from the royal institution. Omid Scobie, a royal biographer, said that it's fair to say that she's very upset about him and Meghan leaving, and she would love to see more of Archie. She made it very clear to him that he and Meghan are always welcome back if they change their mind, and she will welcome them with open arms. Scobie also claimed that the Queen has given Harry and Meghan a grace period of 1 year, which will end in March 2021 as part of the Sandringham Summit. If they do decide to stick to their decision and stay in America, Harry's many honorary royal titles will be relieved from him and given to the other royals in the family. Harry and Meghan have made it clear that they will return to the UK for the many organization and patronages they are still involved in. The Queen was said to have invited the couple together with Archie to visit her and Prince Philip in Balmoral for the summer holidays, but due to travel restrictions, the Sussexes had to decline. Currently, Harry and Meghan have made headlines after they signed a $150 million deal with Netflix. The couple has been looking into entering media production and is in the talks of creating a company of their own. Prince Philip fails to comprehend why Prince Harry made this move. Members of the royal family are still reeling from Prince Harry's shocking decision to step down from his royal duties. According to the royal biographer Ingrid Seward, Prince Philip has revealed that he had been feeling confused and saddened by Harry and Meghan's announcement to leave England for a new home in California with 15-month-old son Archie. At the age of 99, Prince Philip has dedicated most of his life to serving the British people. Queen Elizabeth's husband has struggled to understand why Harry find it difficult in this role as a young prince. According to passage from Seward's book, the grandfather feels like Harry gave up on his country. The author explained it grieves Philip that many younger members of the royal family do not appear to share his values. He has struggled greatly, for example, with what he sees as his grandson Harry's dereliction of duty, giving up his homeland and everything he cared about for a life of self-centered celebrity in North America. The writer continued, he has found it hard to understand exactly what it was that made his grandson's life so unbearable. Prince Philip is further angered by the exit because he believes that Meghan and Harry had all going for them. The book went on to reveal, as far as Philip was concerned, Harry and Meghan had everything going for them: a beautiful home, a healthy son, and a unique opportunity to make a global impact with the charity work. For a man whose entire existence has been based on a dedication to doing the right thing, it appeared that his grandson had abdicated his responsibilities for the sake of his marriage to an American divorcee in much the same way as Edward VIII gave up his crown to marry Wallis Simpson in 1937. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex recently signed a massive contract with Netflix, purchased a mansion, and repaid the renovations of Frogmore Cottage. All of these moves confirm that they are not returning to England in the near future. A royal fan of this reaction to Prince Philip's heartbreak. I truly feel very bad for both of these wonderful grandparents. In fact, the whole family doesn't deserve any of this. Harry could have done this with love, not bitterness. I do not recognize him. Another social media user revealed, I don't blame Philip. Imagine being a man of almost 100 who gave everything in his youth to support someone else's destiny. He even gave up the right for his name to be the only last name for his own children. Then imagine near the end of your service, your own grandson, who has done nothing but benefit from your own lifetime of sacrifice and duty, decides to abandon his. And why is he abandoning his duty for a foreign-born actress who has herself charged you with racism? I would not blame Philip if he never spoke to Harry ever again. One thing, Philip loathes his weakness, and Harry owes his weakness. Brexit is still having ramifications. Royals no more. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle cut last ties with the royal family months after officially stepped down as senior members of the firm. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have cut their last ties with the royal family since announcing the bombshell news earlier this 2020. The Sussexes vowed to carve out a progressive new role and become financially independent. Now it appears the couple has finally achieved their goals, as proved that they could stand on their own. It came after the former royals founded a yet unnamed production company and signed a multi-year deal with Netflix to create documentaries, docu-series, feature films, scripted shows, and children's programming. Our focus will be on creating content that informs but also gives hopes, the pair mentioned in a statement. According to The Times, as new parents, making inspirational family programming is also important to us. Shortly after signing the lucrative deal with the streaming giant, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex reportedly repaid the expenses used in the renovation of the Frogmore Cottage home in the UK, amounting to $3.2 million. A spokesperson from the team confirmed that the 36-year-old prince had made a contribution to the sovereign grant that would fully cover the necessary renovation costs of Frogmore Cottage. Moreover, in the wake of their multi-million-dollar deal, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are reportedly no longer receiving any income from Prince Charles, Duchy of Cornwall, as stated per Newsweek. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle cut ties with the royal family. Now, ITV Royal Rosa podcast host Chris Shipp and Lizzie Robinson claimed that the couple is sending clear warnings to the press that they are done with the royal family. A lot of the documentary around this was that they could not be a clear sign that they are done, cut ties with their lives as working members of the royal family. Shipp mentioned, furthermore, the commentators also pointed out that how the controversial couple are financing themselves as they settle in their home in Santa Barbara. So Harry and Meghan are now setting out As former royals with a very lucrative deal with the private media company Netflix, they're living in a mansion which they are funding themselves in Los Angeles, technically Montecito. Robertson mentioned Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's new Santa Barbara home. Last August, multiple reports cited that the Sussexes bought their first house in the US in Montecito that cost a whopping $14.65 million. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle secretly moved to the private neighborhood of Santa Barbara after spending months in an $18 million hillside mansion in Los Angeles, which is owned by the media mogul Tyler Perry. According to People, the couple considered relocating to the Californian beach town because of their 1-year-old son Archie. This is their permanent home ever since Archie arrived. Everything has been so turbulent and many things have been up in the air, a source told the outlet. It has not been easy necessarily. For the first time in a long time, they have a clear focus.